Well, we're back in the province, and there's been enough rain to make it so muddy that we literally got bogged this morning. We got actually completely bogged, even in low range. We were stuck in the mud out there, and we had to get the workers that are here to harvest the rice to come and push the truck out. Believe it or not, the truck was washed yesterday. It was spotlessly clean. Look, you can see that's what the wheels looked like when we left this morning. Everything was perfectly clean. We've been knee deep in mud back there this morning, so it's a total mess. So I left the truck there in the shade, covered in mud. We'll get it cleaned when we get back to the city. Back in the province, where it's peaceful and quiet. And there's been some rice planting and harvesting going on. You can see all the water in the rice fields here. And fortunately there's a lot of workers here on the farm at the moment for the harvesting of the rice, which meant we had some muscle to push the truck. I just sat inside and stayed clean while the other guys got covered in mud out there. You making me coffee, babe?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I need a coffee badly. We drove slowly today, so it took 2 hours, the trip,
2 hours.
instead of 1 hour 40 minutes, because we took our time. So I need to get a cup of coffee and a cancer stick into me, of course. Gotta have a cancer stick. Thank you, babe. I've got my coffee. Can be quite a rough, bumpy ride. The roads are so bad here. I've never driven on roads so bad anywhere. All extremely bumpy and bone rattling. So this is where we got the truck bogged this morning. I had to throw that piece of tree down to try and get through there. We got stuck in that basically because I tried to avoid the big concrete slabs over there. I had to drive off to this side where it's all mud. If we can roll that slab over into the mud, I can drive across and get two wheels on this side on the dry stuff. It'll be okay, but yeah, it's the water running from the rice fields here. You can see it, they're tiered, so the water comes down through each field, and then of course this section is very low, so this tends to stay very wet and very muddy. So while we're here, I thought we would show you guys a little bit of well, not so much harvesting the rice. I think Tess's dad Papang's going to do some ploughing with the carabao today, but they're about to get the rice for what they call the thresher here, which is a machine that actually cuts off all the long stalks of the rice to cut the heads off the top. Hence the piles of, they've been working here for the last week or two now, and this is where the guys were doing all the threshing yesterday. That pile is about 7 feet high. I'm guessing. I'm standing here next to it's about 7 feet high. They still have some more threshing to do. This is drying at the moment, these bundles of the rice, all bundled up. Once they're completely dry, they can put it through the thresher. More bundles over here, and another one of the sleds that goes behind the carabaos that I was talking about. These things, they have no wheels. They're very much caveman style sled. They just have two pieces of wood at the back, and they just drag along the ground. The poor carabao gets hooked up and has to drag the sled with all the weight on it. that's life here in the province, guys. We're going to walk across and video some of the threshing going on over there. So everything is done by hand here still, except for the machine with the thresher. It's all very much hands-on. The workers carry everything by hand up to where they need to go, including dragging the machine there, and then they can start work. Ploughing is done with a carabao, old school, with a plough connected to the back of the carabao, and then Tess's father will walk through the rice field with the plough. I wanted to get Tess to do some ploughing, but she's not dressed for it today. But she has 5 sisters, so Mamang and Papang here have 6 daughters, so they had to learn how to work the farm and harvest the rice. The girls can all climb coconut trees, they can handle the carabao with the sled on the back ploughing, they know how to plant the rice, they know how to harvest the rice. They're all very much experts in the field because they've been doing it their whole lives. Once the rice is put through the thresher, that's when you'll see they lay it in the tarpaulins out in the sun and dry it out. But then after it's dried, then it goes back into the rice sacks, then it gets carted to the mill, then it goes through the dehusking machine at the mill. It all gets milled once it's dehusked, and the husks that come off the rice they can use for pig feed. Maybe Kyle having his bottle. Cousin Jel has been looking after him. Kyle doing a combat crawl across the floor.
Wait lang ah.
You're preparing to do some clothes washing, babe? For the clothes?
Yes.
The Tess has the huge plangana, is what the container's called here. And we brought a few loads of clothes because we just sold our washing machine in the city, so we no longer have a washing machine. And out here in the province, it's never done by washing machine anyway, again with no power, so that pump is connected directly on top of a well, and the girls, like Tita mates, work very, very hard. Good morning, Tita.
Good morning too.
Tess has decided she doesn't want to leave the truck filthy dirty. I said to her, we've got to drive back through that mud. It's going to get just as dirty again. It was actually spotlessly clean when we left the city this morning, and it is literally caked in mud now. I've told her now 5 times, just leave it dirty. It's going to get muddy when we drive out of here anyway, and I take it to the car wash back in the city. They charge me usually 250 peso to do what they call overall, which is inside and outside. They clean the whole truck underneath the chassis and stuff as well. So 250 pesos, it's about about $6 Australian. And I'm just standing here having a cancer stick. Don't diss me out because she's washing the truck and I'm standing here having a smoke. I've told her not to do it. What can I do? I've said leave it. It's a waste of time. Does your wife listen to you when you tell her not to do something? Same. It's the same here. I'm trying to stay in the shade and stop sweating. I'm sweating like a pig. I'm sweating profusely here. Again, because of the humidity, and it's always the same for me. I don't know, these people are raised in this so they can work in it all day. It's not an issue for them, but for an Aussie or a Brit or a Kiwi or an American, it's gets extremely hot and sweaty as soon as you start to walk, let alone do any work. It's looking good, babe. Babe, make sure you wash here at the tyre. Joke lang. Joke lang. The girl's just getting back from Balud. Oh my God, they've been spending up big. You bought fries? Oh, salamat. Tita got, this is fries with drinks. There's the bottom half of this is tea, iced tea.
The snake, yellow cobra.
Oi. This is one of the yellow cobra that is very common here in Balud, in Ilaya. It tends to favour the water and the wet climate, so rice fields are a great place for these things to hang around and live. When was that killed, babe? Last night. These are the snakes that don't even need to bite you. They can spit their venom with great accuracy up to 15 feet. So if they spit their venom into your eyes, nasal cavities, mouth, then you're poisoned. Yeah, it's the head's been smashed off. They're a beautiful looking snake, but yeah, not a friend of the people here, that's for sure. I'm not sure that the camera does the colours justice, but that's the blue sky we arrived with, and still got stuck in the mud. And now I'm worried that we're going to get trapped here because it's looking extremely grey. All out over here, all out that way. It's looking very, very grey. So I'm worried that if we get some rain, that that mud hole is just going to get worse out there. I'm getting prepared with the carabao. It looks muddy like my truck. That's the tractor for pulling the plough. This is a tarpaulin laid out to put some rice for drying. Getting the rice laid out now. Getting it on the tarpaulin. Get this all laid out in the sun. Leave it out. Babe, how many hours? 4. About 4 hours in the sun to dry, and then it can be taken to the mill. So the girls are doing that, and I've heard the thresher start up across the rice field now. So I'm going to see if we can take a walk without falling in the rice field. Well, at least it doesn't look too muddy here. We'll see. Tess and I both made it across without falling in the water. Easy for her. She's done it since she was a little kid here. But for me, yeah, I'm a city boy. I'm a city boy, not a farm boy, so this is all new for me, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear me as we get over here, because they're now we've now got the thresher going. As I said, this cuts all the stalks off and the heads off the rice, and then the guys will bag the rice into the sack so they can then be dragged on a sled behind the carabao to the mill to be milled. Good morning. in the Philippines, remember, rice is life. There's no actual harvesting going on today. I wanted to see if I could vlog some of the girls actually harvesting the rice to show you the process from start to finish. Basically, it's harvested first and dried slightly to be put in those bunches. Then those bunches get put in through the thresher to take the stalks off. Once they get all the stalks off, then the girls, as you saw over there, are actually laying out what's already been threshed onto the tarpaulins to dry that again in the sun. Because again, the staple here in this country is rice, of course, and to get that rice on the table is a very long, drawn out process, and it's all manual labour here. I'm going to video some Papang ploughing as soon as he gets the carabao connected up to the plough. I won't get too close because it's super noisy, but another part of the process that I neglected to mention before was after they've run it through the thresher, then they have this fan going. They call it the blower, of course, and they feed it through like a sieve in front of the fan, and it helps blow any of the other impurities out of the rice. So it's like a second cleaning before it goes to be, or gets dried out and then goes to be dehusked. Got some baboy here. Good morning, baboy. Good morning. You come to say hello. Say hi, YouTube.
Hi.
Oh, they're going to start fighting now. You're a star. Look at you. Stop chewing the rope. Look. He's going to chew his way out. Sorry. Sorry, ma'am. A few coconuts on the ground there. And we're going to see if we can get Tita Myrna to climb a coconut tree today and get us fresh buko, which is coconut. Well, green coconut is butong and brown coconut is buko. Oh, it's been eaten.
Yeah. Like chicken.
They're not ripe yet, but you can see in my hand how big the papaya are. And there's Indian mango here, there's coconut here, there's banana. There's some bananas up in the tree there. Obviously not ripe yet, they'll be a while, but you can't get any fresher than pulling them straight off your tree in your yard and straight to the table. So papaya, coconut, mango, banana. The girls have left me again, taken off without me. I dare say I could probably run, but let's not do that because I'll end up in the rice field and you guys will just get a good laugh at my expense. Waste not, want not. Something else has already been eating that papaya, but and then this is one of the sleds. This will be connected behind the carabao. I'll put the sacks of rice onto the sled and drag it 3 kilometres to the mill, get it milled and then drag it 3 kilometres back once it's completely processed. Here you can see this is the rice that has been dried already. After it's been through the thresher, it's been dried out and then bagged back up. And what we didn't want to happen was rain. It's just starting to rain here now. So the guys are very quickly trying to cover up the rice, and Tess has run over to get the washing. Again, one of the trials and tribulations of living out in the province and having to dry this in the sun so they can cover it over. It's just a light spitting at the moment. Thankfully it's not pouring, but it's looks like it's only going to get heavier. Hello, Manang. Tita Cell hiding under the plastics. I'm going to push it all to the centre, babe. Trying to hold my phone in one hand and plastic in the other.
Takpan lang ni Mang.
Fold it in. Babe. Trying to get the rice dried now to keep it covered. Again, this is how strong the girls are. It's just starting to get heavier now, so I'll stop recording and finish helping. Oh, okay, so we just folded it all to keep it dry, carried it in here. As I said, 6 girls here, so the girls have had to grow up with knowing how to do everything from harvesting through to drying and carrying. You guys Filipinos are all hard workers. Very hard workers. Oh. What? It's pee? Oh, you didn't do that to him. So he was washing his hands and arms in someone else's pee. That's Tess's cousin from Zapatos Island. He's staying here while he's helping out with all the rice harvesting. He's come across and staying here on the farm doing some work. So yeah, that was nice of them to tell him to wash himself in the piss. Tita Mune, show us your muscles. She's strong. You just saw her carrying these. It's one sack in each?
Yes.
Yeah, so 50 kilogram. They certainly weren't light. I know when we picked it up, I went, okay, that was heavier than I expected it to be for just rice. So each one of those tarpaulins has one sack, one 50 kilogram sack of rice laid out to dry. Well, I'm a little worried about our chances of getting the truck out of here back through the mud hole back there, because we've just had a huge downpour and it's just more water pouring across the rice fields back down to that point, that low point, and running down to the river. So it's going to be an issue getting the truck back through that. We may actually be trapped out here for the night. we'll have to see what happens. But the girls have put the clothes inside and outside 3 times today because it's rained 3 times. But that was the biggest downpour we just had. It just literally came down hard. And I don't know if you can see the water running down into the container back there off the roof. It's been pretty heavy. Well guys, that was our trip to the province, back to the province again yesterday. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to video Tess's dad ploughing with the carabao due to the weather turning bad. We also didn't get a chance for Tess's sister Myrna to get up a coconut tree and get us some fresh buko juice, which we wanted to do. Maybe we can get that done next time. But that was our trip, so I hope you enjoyed the content today. Also, don't forget that we're now affiliated with Christian Filipina, the #1 dating website for finding a Filipina. Please, there's a link in the description below, guys. Please check that out. You can create a free profile, browse thousands of Filipinas searching for foreign partners. I will do, probably my next video, I'm going to do a review on the process of Christian Filipina because it is quite in depth and they are a very reputable website. So watch out for that. And again guys, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down in the corner because we really need your help to grow this channel to monetization. So thank you again for watching, and from an Australian in the Philippines, peace out.